Hello and welcome back to Broerman Farmstead. Today we're going to be finishing up this small project here on the east side of the barn with this walkway. And then if you stay tuned towards the end of the video, I've got a little bonus footage of the local power company putting up this new pole in front of the farm. If you like what you see here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified when our video releases every Sunday at 9 a.m. So we just got done building our small gates for the side. I've got one for this side and one for the other side. I don't have latches for them yet, but the idea is when we're going to load cattle up, we can shut these, latch them, and we got a really nice strong area to push cattle into to get them loaded up. When not in use, they can be swung out of the way or simply taken off their hinges. And I can store them around the corner and they're not in the way. There's times of year where we don't load cattle up for months on end, so why have to work around them? Now this gate, I do have to put a plywood bottom on it yet. I was trying to use some plywood on these to help hold squareness of the gate and also keep them light. I spent a little time reinforcing where the water tank's going to be. That way, if we do have the chute here and they're going to run into this, they're hopefully at least not going to break the water tank off. Got some up high enough to hopefully prevent any of the bigger steers or heifers or even cows from wanting to stand in the water tank over the summer. I also have it strong enough to where I can hang a gate off of here to help squeeze down cattle when loading them up. So I've already got the two heifers that were in here blocked off and they're outside right now, so they can't come in here. So I can go ahead and disassemble these gates and pull this cattle chute out. Bed this down with some new oat straw bales. Nice round bales. Readjust the chute and let the two heifers start drinking off this water tank. And the gates are free. And this red gate actually needs to go back outside, or I took it off one of the pasture gateways while we were doing this project. Tractor just a little bit cold. The hydraulic pump port's actually mounted on the front of the motor, taking direct drive from it, live hydraulics. So until that motor warms up, it's a parasitic draw because the hydraulic fluid is really cold. So in the winter, I like to let it warm up for a little bit before I use it. The capers have brought their wagon back so I can fill it with another 8 bales. I might try to get that done after I get this done because it is supposed to snow anywhere from 2 to 8 inches tonight. Oh, we'll go ahead and open our nice new gate and let ourselves in. And it's actually at the perfect height that I can take the latch for the door and use to hold the gate open so I don't catch it with the tractor. We'll just leave the chute there for right now. What I really wanted to get that chute out of there for, to test and see how far this gate will swing the other way. Undo the latch. Start pushing. Wow. That couldn't be any more perfect. But now, that gate swings all the way around. So the idea now, when we're loading up cattle, we should be able to take that gate all the way to the side. You let that be a funnel. I can mount another gate off of this post over here and take both of them and swing them together. closing the cattle down to a smaller area. And with my small gates in the sides, hopefully the cows will just go right on the trailer. Too bad it won't be till almost July until we actually get to use that for that purpose. But I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing if we can't make it easier to load our cattle up. We'll go ahead and shut this gate. Perfect. I'll run that group of calves in the back. That I can bring a couple good round bales in here and bed this down real nice. I know we haven't changed your tag yet. We don't know if you're Sophia or Belle. I'll take this gate. It gets a little dark back here. Open this one up. I'll run all these calves out of here. Come on, sip. Come on, sip. Come on, sip. 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 I know. Unsure on that. Are you enjoying that haylage bale I put in there yesterday for you? Nice and tasty? Probably about like candy, huh? Now this loader tractor does have exhaust that comes out the bottom, but I typically don't like to leave it running while I'm not sitting on it when I'm in the barn. You know, barn fire is one of those things that I just would rather not deal with. I'll take this net wrap off. I'll be able to take the rest of it off once I turn the bale up on end. Taking the rest of this net wrap off. Some really nice American themed net wrap that my neighbor Matt used on these bales this year. It's pretty cool. I had quite a few good comments from neighbors and people from town when they drove by that they liked seeing those American flag bales out by the road. At first I didn't know what they were talking about because I had American flags hung on the electric poles out front, until I realized they were talking about my round bales. But they were pretty cool. Take a second to admire this new electric pole that's going to be going up later this week. It's all metal, and this thing looks huge when it's laying on the ground in front of the farm. They're replacing all the poles that go up and down this road. Well, now we just need one more bale to put on the side where the heifers are at. And we'll just pull this bale off the bottom row. That's the bare third bale. And we'll see if we can't get this net wrap off a little quicker. We brought the cattle chute back in, and I've got it set up somewhat like I'd like to have it. This is going to be a huge change. At the beginning of this year, I kind of figured I'd be redoing my cow lot and adding a big cattle working area outside with a nice sweep tub and crowding areas, and maybe even doing a bud style. I didn't know. I was working out some designs, and I decided to scale back. Right now, we only have a handful of cattle in here. The biggest group we ever had is 24 head. If I do it this way, it should work well. If I do get up to the numbers I'd like to eventually get 2 pairs of 10 breeding every 6 months around here when the calves need to be worked or have some vaccinations done. If we don't do it out in pasture or with mom, we only have 10 to do at a time. So having a great big area to work cattle is probably going to be overkill and not the best thing for what we need to do around here on this farm. So I decided to do this whole project here instead, invest money into my watering system and redo this area and make it nicer for myself and the future generations. We got the cattle chute set up at an angle. We'll run the cattle around like we were doing, bring them in the back here. Use this black gate as kind of like a sweep gate. I can latch it against the sidewall here and run them in. This wooden gate is the small wooden gate that I built for this area here when we're loading up. I just have to figure out what I want to do for attaching it to the cattle chute. That way the cattle, when they come around, don't push on it, break it, or break it loose or get out. But this gate will make a really nice access to the rear of the chute, kind of like a palp cage. And then what I can do, that way I don't have to worry about cattle or calves getting out when we're working them, is just take my nice big gate, swing it around and close it. Work my cattle, and if I need more room, I can always open it up a little bit. It won't be too big of a deal. I'm really liking how this project turned out. It's actually working out a lot better than I ever expected it would. Not every time that I have an idea up here, till I get it actually built, does it work right the way I hoped it would. And this one so far is working out perfect. Some minor adjustments here and there, but it's going to work out really well for us. So I put 2 bales in here for the calves. I took the one and rolled it out everywhere and gave them a really nice bed. And I left that last one standing. Let them rub up against it, play with it, give them something to occupy their time with, scratch up against, and also they can pull a lot more off and bed themselves better as the next couple weeks go on. I know, Sophia and Belle, I know you want to get back in here. I'll have you in here in just a minute. We'll go ahead and let these calves out of this back pen and bring them back up front. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, yep. Hey, yep. Hey, yep. Hey, yep. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, yep. Hey, yep. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, say. There, now they're all back in their pen. They can enjoy their really nice new bedding in here as it gets cold tonight and snows again. So Belle and Sophia have got a little more room now, and they've got a bale to play with in here. Come on, girls. Come on. Come on. And I changed from having a water tank here for them to now they should be able to start using their new water. They've seen enough. But hey, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We can do a lot here, but we can't grow this channel without your help. Thank you, and have a good day. Come on, girls, you don't need to be shy. Are you camera shy?